Hello and welcome to all of you. Friends, today we will study about the classification of proteins. Okay, there are three main classes of proteins based upon their structure. On the basis of structure, they are divided into simple proteins, conjugated proteins and derived proteins. Okay. In previous lecture, we learned about the different aspects of proteins, but now about their classification. Simple proteins means the proteins which are structurally very simple, means they are made up of simple amino acid chains. Okay, these are the proteins structurally simple because they are made up of only amino acids. If simple proteins are hydrolyzed, means if simple proteins are broken down, then we get only amino acids. Okay, if simple proteins are hydrolyzed, we get only amino acids. Simple proteins are soluble in one or more solvents, means sometimes simple proteins are soluble in water while not in water but in organic solvents. Okay, means they may be or may not be soluble in water. If not soluble in water, then they may be soluble in organic solvents. Okay, then they may be water soluble. For example, histone, albumins are simple proteins and soluble in water. Like these two proteins, histone and albumin like proteins are soluble in water. Okay, and on heating, histone not coagulated, when we given heat to the histones, they show no coagulation, but albumin get coagulated after heating. Okay, on heating, histone not coagulated but albumins get coagulated. Suppose albumin coagulated means if we boil the egg albumin become whitish and coagulated. Okay, you experience this. Okay, whenever you add a albumin in a hot water, then its coagulation, it becomes white and get coagulated. Okay, means albumin shows coagulation on heating while histones not showing coagulation after heating. Albumins are widely distributed. Albumins found in different types of material. For example, albumin found in egg called egg albumin, albumin found in blood that is called serum albumin, and albumin found in pulses like tur dal, mung dal, etc. The pulses, they have leguminine, legumelin of the pulses. Legumes, legume is a group of pulses. That is why it is known as legumelin. Okay, and this is all about the simple proteins. Okay, then there are another conjugated and derived proteins, but again on the basis of structure, proteins are made up of two types. Either proteins may be fibrous or globular. Here fibrous proteins means they are elongated fiber like, and that is why we call them as a fibrous protein. And they are elongated, fibrous proteins are elongated fiber or sometimes sheet like or fiber like, and they are always water insoluble. Example of fibrous protein, keratin. Keratin present in our hair, wool of the sheep, and then the silk threads, etc., where the hair, wool and silk fibers made up of keratin protein. Thereafter in muscles there are elongated fiber like proteins called myosin fibers, actin fibers, myosin, and then elastin and collagen fibers. Elastin means yellow fiber, collagen means white fibers, are made up of protein, elastin protein, collagen protein in connective tissue, areolar connective tissue, etc. Okay, then second type of the proteins on the basis of again structure, This is on the basis of chemical structure. This is the classification on the basis of their structure appear. Means they appear fiber-like or sheet-like or globular, somewhat spherical, globe-like. Okay. Globular proteins, they are spherical or globe-like, water soluble, but globular proteins are water soluble and they are globe-like, means globe of earth like or spherical in nature, and forming colloids in water. If they added or they come in contact with water or they are added in water, then they forming colloidal in nature. Okay. Example: insulin, albumin, histone, amylase, etc. Insulin protein, albumin protein, histone protein, amylase protein, they are the proteins having a globular shape, and they are water soluble, but once they are added into water, they form colloidal in nature. Okay. Thereafter, okay, this is a classification on the basis of their structure, they appear. Okay, but broadly proteins are simple because they are chemically simple in structure on the basis of their chemical nature or chemical structure. Here simple proteins are there. Here we learn about them. Now we will study about the conjugated proteins and derived proteins. Conjugated proteins means, conjugation means what? Conjugated means when a protein shows joining with, bonding with, linking with another non-protein group, that is called prosthetic group. Okay. Here represented in this manner, simple protein when combines with non-protein component, that is called prosthetic group, forming conjugated protein. A simple protein, any simple protein when showing combination with non-protein, that is, it may be a carbohydrate or fat, lipid or vitamin or any metal, ions, inorganic ions, etc. Then they forming the conjugated protein. म्हणजे protein, it means protein combines with non-protein group. Protein joins with non-protein group, that is prosthetic group, called conjugated protein. Conjugated protein is a compound protein. It is a form of not simple but compound, because here two components are there, protein and non-protein substance are there. That is why they are called compound protein. Okay. Formed by joining with non-protein, that is prosthetic group. Non-protein group is a prosthetic group. When protein is combining with, joining with non-protein or prosthetic group, then we get the conjugated protein. Examples are there. Number of examples are here. First, hemoglobin. Heme and globin. Here, heme is a iron containing pigment. Pigment means colored substance, colored protein or colored material. Heme is a iron containing pigment or substance, is a prosthetic group, combines with a globin protein. Heme and globin, hemoglobin means iron containing substance plus protein, forming a hemoglobin. And hemoglobin is a one type of chromoprotein, means the proteinous pigments. Here chromo for colored protein, means these proteins have a color. Hemoglobin is reddish color in. Then hemocyanin is a sky blue in color. Then some pigments, chlorophyll pigments, bile pigments, carotenoids, etc. They are chromoproteins. Okay. Second example of the conjugated protein is nucleoprotein. Nucleo means nucleic acids, either DNA or RNA. Is a prosthetic group, means non-protein group, joins with histone protein, or histone protein also called as protamines. You remember that histones are also called as protamines. Means here nucleic acids means DNA, RNA. Nucleic acids means DNA, RNA are the prosthetic group, and they combine with globin. They combine with histone protein or protamine protein, histone protein or protamine protein. Then so as to form chromosomes. When Nucleoproteins are formed when nucleic acids combines with histone protein. Their condensation occurs, coiling, supercoiling occurs, and then we get the chromosomes. Okay. Glycoprotein, here glycan, an oligosaccharide, carbohydrate, is a prosthetic group, joins with protein. And examples of glycoprotein are, here protein is globin, glycoprotein, glycan and protein. For example, immunoglobulin, mucin, etc. Okay, then mucoprotein, a type of glycoprotein also, mucoprotein. Here mucin of saliva means it is a carbohydrate also, and glycan is another group, oligosaccharide. Mucin of saliva, it is also carbohydrate, here as we shown here in examples. Mucin of saliva, carbohydrate, is a prosthetic group, joins with the heparin protein, then forming mucoprotein found in the saliva. Then lipoprotein or lipoprotein, here lipid combined with protein. Lipid is a prosthetic group, joins with protein, and they become the component of the cell membrane. Cell membrane is lipoprotein in membrane, lipoprotein in nature. Then phospholipids, phosphoproteins. Here phosphoric acid is a S3PO4. Phosphoric acid is a prosthetic group, joins with protein. Example, phosphoprotein example is a casein in milk. Milk have a protein that is called casein. Then lecithoproteins. Lecitho indicates lecithin. It is also phospholipid, one type of. म्हणजे phosphatic group along with a lipid, choline, etc., ester of fats, etc. Phospholipids, lecithin is a group of phospholipid, is a prosthetic group and which joins with protein, means lecithin and protein combines so as to form lecithoproteins. And then last is a metalloprotein, means here metal combines with protein. Metal is a prosthetic group and combines with the protein so as to form metalloprotein. Any metal, suppose iron or any magnesium, etc., any type of metal can combine with protein, then metalloprotein. Okay, in this way, here hemoglobin is also example of metalloprotein, because here heme is the iron. Okay, then we will shift towards the third type of the protein, derived proteins. Here derived means what? When a substance obtained from any parent substance. Okay, that is called derived protein. Or a protein substance obtained from another parent protein substance. Means we obtain from one substance from other substance. Means its main parental substance is different, and by different chemical reactions, by enzymatic action or other action, acid action, basic action, alkali action, etc., we can get the derived protein. Means either simple protein or conjugated protein undergo various chemical reactions so as to get a derived protein. Means we obtain derived proteins from simple or conjugated proteins. The proteins obtained from parent protein molecules on hydrolysis. Here hydrolysis is a reaction by which we can obtain them. Derived proteins are not found in nature as such. Means in nature derived proteins are not found because they derived from any parent molecule, parent substance. That is why they are not found in nature. In nature, any parent molecule found by hydrolysis or by any chemical reaction, we can obtain the derived protein. Derived proteins are not found in nature as such. When simple or conjugated proteins hydrolyze, particularly, means hydrolysis occurs by action of enzymes, etc., derived proteins are obtained. We get the derived proteins when when the hydrolysis process occurs, means breakdown process occurs on simple or conjugated proteins, we get the derived protein. For example, when we break the main parental protein molecule, we get either metaproteins, peptones, proteases, etc. Then metaproteins, peptones and proteases are the examples of derived protein. Means after hydrolysis of main protein, simple or conjugated protein, we get the peptones, proteases or metaproteins. These are the derived proteins. Okay. Thank you for watching this lecture. And if you like this, please share to your friends, and if not subscribe my channel till then, please subscribe the channel. Okay. And if there are some comments, please send me. I will think over that what you want. Okay.